Hi everyone, Melissa here. In today's video, I want to talk about a bunch of stuff, but the main topic of today's video is when you're manifesting, how do you let go of the fears and doubts to get what you want? And before we get started, just in case you're new to the channel, welcome, and we are giving away a free course. You can find the link for that in the description box of this video. Okay, so the topic of letting go and what do you do with fears and doubts it's a hotly debated topic in the law of assumption and law of attraction circles, and I kind of wanted to do this video to clear that up, but also demonstrate how it works and share a success story with one of my clients. Okay, so manifesting is simple. Manifesting is imagining your desire and then believing it is true. And once you do that, then your desire manifests for you in your 3D physical current reality for you to experience. So the thing that trips people up is between the point where you imagine your desire and you believe that it's true, we usually have a whole bunch of stories going on about why it's not true now, why it can't be true, but the 3D is showing, but the current reality is showing me this, so that means that it's not true. You know, we're taking validation from current reality instead of using our mind to change our thoughts, which will in turn change our outcome in 3D. So I first want to clear up the myth about letting go. A lot of people will say in this community that you have to let go of wanting your desire. You have to be okay without it, and that's when it shows up. And that's actually not correct. What you're really trying to let go of is the state of being that you are identifying with, the feelings, emotions, thoughts, beliefs, assumptions that you are identifying with that contradict your desire being true. And what I mean by that is, what stories are you telling yourself? What inner conversations, inner dialogue are you having with yourself in relation to your desire that make you feel like you can't have it, or you'll never have it, or you don't have it, or it's not true now? That's the piece you have to let go of. It's not letting go of your desire and being okay without it, or deciding something better will come along, or it's not meant to be, or, you know, I can't have this, but I could have something like it. It's not that. All of that is just giving up. All that is just accepting the belief that you can't have what you want, so you might as well manifest something else or something similar, or there's something better for you, or, you know. So if you are thinking about letting go of fears and doubts, or letting go in that way, I challenge you to think about it in a different way, because I know you will have better results. Think about letting go, detaching, giving up on fears and doubts, all that. It's just stop identifying with the thoughts and beliefs that equal what you don't want, that make you feel bad, that don't build you up, that contradict you having your desire. So what that would look like would be, let's say you're trying to reconcile with a friend or any person in your life. You've had a falling out, some sort of fight or something, and you're trying to get them back in your life in a good capacity. Okay, so the state of being that you are identifying with at the moment that you are still in the falling out is maybe you're feeling rejected, you're feeling like you're not appreciated, you're feeling like you're not loved, you're not a priority, you know, they don't listen to you. It could be a bunch of different things, but basically you're identifying with the version of you, with the state of being, with the feelings and emotions and the thoughts that equal this person and you not in a good place, fighting, not getting along, not talking, and no contact, whatever. So what you would let go of is all that junk, and instead you replace it with the new wanted story, the new wanted inner dialogue, the new feelings, thoughts, beliefs that match your desire. So that would be, this person loves me, we are so close, we talk all the time, of course I'm important in their life, I'm the most important person in their life, we both have forgiven each other, we can't even remember what we were fighting about, They didn't mean what they said. They know I never meant what I said. We are this way now. So it's letting go of the old unwanted thoughts, beliefs, assumptions, accepting, allowing in new beliefs, thoughts, and assumptions, even if, and especially if you don't see that evidence right now in the 3D, because that's what's going to make that evidence show up. You have to change it up here for it to show up out here in your outer world. So that's that. Hopefully that clears up letting go and how to get rid of doubts and fears. The key to all of that is, do you like what you're thinking right now? Do you like how you're feeling right now? Does it make you feel good? Does it build you up? Does it align with your desire? No? Okay, then that's where you have to change it. That's where you have to start a new mental diet full of affirmations that support your desire, support your high self-concept, build you up, make you feel amazing, support the story you want to tell yourself, which is, this person loves me, we're happy together, every fight makes us stronger, we always talk, of course, they love me, etc. Okay, so with any topic, you're trying to embody that I amness, that state of being, that I am loved, I am wanted, I'm just okay. So letting go of attaching. So here I have an awesome success story that hopefully will help illustrate everything I've been rambling about so far. Okay, so I have a client. I'm going to try to keep this pretty vague because I want to protect their privacy. But I have a client, and they had a medical scan, like an imaging done. You could call it an x-ray scan, whatever, a test done. And something irregular came up as a result of that test, on the test result. And from that place, after speaking with the doctors, it was that person, the client, was informed that it could be a bunch of different things. Some were pretty scary. I mean, some could have been pretty scary. Okay. And then some were not so scary. It ran the spectrum of scary from 1 to 10. Okay. There was all kinds of different things that this anomaly, this thing on the scan could be. And it required further investigation. Okay. So here's where I want to stop. We're going to dissect this manifestation. Okay. So this person's end goal was obviously in great health, nothing's wrong, feeling perfectly healthy. Okay. Good test results. Okay. So that's their end game. This circumstance right now that's showing up in the 3D is directly contradicting that. So in that moment, that client could have chosen to take the circumstance at face value, take what the doctors are saying at face value, and decide it's an obstacle to the end result, which is perfect health. It's exactly contradicting perfect health, right? They could make it mean something bad. They could make it mean, oh my gosh, I have this horrible, scary thing, and completely spiral in that direction of what's wrong with me. Okay. I'm scared. What's wrong with me? I'm sick. Okay. Or in that moment, they have the opportunity to choose instead to decide that it's no big deal. It's, maybe it's a mistake on the scan, that happens. Maybe it's, it's one of these things on the number one scare to the scary scale. It's not a big deal. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly fine. I'm not going to be concerned about it. Because I'm going to decide that I know I'm fine. Okay. So see how you can take a circumstance and use it as feedback and decide it's going to mean this or it's going to mean this. Whatever way you choose, whatever you decide to make it mean, that's what's going to play out for you in your physical world, in your current reality experience. So choose wisely. Ask yourself, okay, when you catch yourself getting scared, being worried, do I really want to create this? Nope. Okay, I'm going to redirect myself to this instead. Okay, so that was the first circumstance that came at them, and they were like, oh my gosh, okay, what do I do? Do I panic? What, this could be something really scary. I can't believe something weird came up on this scan. Okay, so we talked through it. This person decided to assume that everything is going to be just fine, even though they can't see exactly how right now in their current reality. Everything always works out perfectly for me. Everything's totally fine. I'm perfectly healthy. I don't need to be concerned with this. That's it. Okay. So anytime thoughts came up, what's up with this funky scan? Oh my gosh, I'm scared. The doctor said it could be this. Nope. Redirect it. Okay. I know what's true instead. I'm going to decide this is my truth. This is what my truth is about this. Okay. Okay. So maybe like a week went by, and then there was some follow-up with a new doctor after some more tests. And at this appointment, the doctor said, you know what? We looked at this. We figured out it's this. And here's all the ways that you can possibly treat it. And what they said it was on number 1 on the scary scale, something completely not life-threatening, not affecting them in their daily life currently, nothing to be concerned about, nothing to be worried about, something that could be easily taken care of. Okay, so boom, there's another circumstance in the current reality. And guess what? It's showing exactly what this client wanted to manifest. So in that case, that's feedback. That's awesome. That tells you, oh, my mental diet's been on point. I'm identifying with the state that is, I don't have anything to be concerned about. I'm perfectly fine. This is going to work out just fine. Okay. So awesome confirmation that if you hold to your story, you get corresponding experiences in your 3D physical reality. Okay. And then after that appointment, so they made whatever choices they needed to make, set up whatever they needed to make to take care of this thing that it was no big deal. Then like 3 or 4 days later, this client was super happy. Like they got their manifestation. It's no big deal. I'm fine. Everything's okay. Then like 3 or 4 days later, they got a phone call from a different doctor that said they needed to come in for an urgent appointment related to that thing that they already talked about with other doctors. Okay, so here's another circumstance in their physical reality where this client could have totally panicked and spiraled and freaked out and gotten upset and worried, like, oh my gosh, they said urgent and I didn't even know I needed to see this doctor. What is this even about? Total panic started to ensue. Okay, but in this moment, that client caught it, recognized it, acknowledged it, asked themselves, do I really want to create this? Is this the truth I want to embody about this? Am I going to panic and worry and create something I don't want out of this circumstance? Or am I going to choose a better option? So at first they panicked a little bit. They calmed themselves down, redirected their thoughts back to what they wanted instead. So started telling themselves, you know what? I bet this is just preparation for the procedure that has to happen down the road. It's no big deal. I bet the doctor just wanted to see something in a different way so they could, be better prepared for this other procedure. In fact, they probably just put it as urgent so that they could get me on the schedule because they're trying to coordinate everything. Okay, so that's the story they decided to adopt about this urgent appointment with this doctor they didn't even know. And it was like some kind of specialist, right? So every time this person started to panic about this appointment, they would go back to that new story. And, they in the 3D, they called and left a message for that doctor to be like, why am I on this schedule? I didn't even know I was supposed to come here, to get more information. Okay. And that doctor's office was taking a really long time to get back to them. So there's another circumstance that could conjure up feelings of fear and worry and anxiety and doubt. Like, oh my gosh, maybe I'm not okay. Maybe there is something wrong with me. No, redirect your thoughts. So, this client had to do a lot of redirecting because their mind really wanted to go to that story that they didn't like, the story that did not match their desire. But they persisted in that story that, you know what, it's no big deal. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm sure I'll figure out why this was set up for me. Everything's still perfectly fine. Okay. And then by the end of that same day, that person got a phone call from that doctor's office. And the first thing that nurse said to that person is, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to panic you all day long. Please, if you have questions, reach out to me directly next time. But the only reason I put urgent on this was so that I could get you in the schedule because we just needed to see this other image before we do the procedure down in a couple weeks. So there's nothing new to worry about. There's no new news about what's happening with you. Everything is still perfectly fine. We just needed you to sneak in to see this doctor first before we could do the next step. So there again, client got what they were intending, their desired result. Because why? Because they persisted in the story that better served them, that felt better, that matched what they wanted, which was, you know what, I'm perfectly fine. I don't need to worry about any of this. I'm perfectly healthy. This is going to work out just great. Okay. So I just wanted to share the story because this person was super stressed out about this, and health things can feel scary. And I just wanted to share, you know, this example with you to let you know, like, it's as easy as changing your thoughts, changing your mind about what's true about something. That's the key here. So when you feel consumed with doubts and fears, stop and ask yourself, is this the story I want to keep creating for myself? Is this what I want to keep experiencing in my reality? If the answer is no, then that's where you need to redirect your thoughts to something better, to something wanted. Okay? Let go of that fear and doubt, because it's not what you want, right? What you want is the wonderful relationship, or the clean bill of health, or the financial abundance, you know, whatever that desire is. Choose a better story. Always choose a better story. Okay. Hope this helped you. I just really wanted everyone to realize, you know, you're only a victim to circumstance if you decide that you are, because you determine what everything means to you. So start to choose better meaning. Start to choose, you know, that things are always working in your favor and always working out for you. And don't let a circumstance dictate your future, because your circumstances are just, they're dead and empty, and you make them mean whatever you want them to mean. Okay. So always try to spin everything to work in your favor. Okay. I hope this video helped you. You know what? I know it helped you, because it's an awesome example of somebody changing around something that could have been super scary. So I intend this video helped you. And if you guys watch this and it makes you think of another video topic you want to see, please comment below, because we do pay attention to those comments, and you know, we want to give you what you want to know about. So let us know. And if you need help figuring out what stories you're telling yourself about your desire, what inner conversations, what affirmations you're telling yourself all day long that maybe don't match what you want, I am available for one-on-one coaching. Link will be in the description box below. I would love to meet you and help you. And that's what we're all about here. We just want everybody to get what they want, right? So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you so much for being part of our community and watching this video. And I will see you in the next one.